The effects of social media on your mental health. Many experts said that sitting is one of the worst things that we do for our health. Mindlessly scrolling through the social media feeds in few minutes or few hours will possibly make us sitting. The research is confirming that it's not the good habit both for our physic and mental. Do you know that social media has some effects on your mental health? The American Academy of Pediatrics has warned us about the potential for negative effects of social media in young kids and teens, including cyberbullying and Facebook depression. The same risk may be occurred for adults across the generation. It's not good news for mental well-being. It even could be pretty damaging in some ways. In this video, we are going to explain several effects of social media on our mental health. By knowing the effect, we can restrict the excessive use of social media and learn on how to use it wisely. 1. It's addictive. A review study from Nottingham Trent University looked back over earlier research on the psychological characteristics, personality, and social media use. The authors conclude that it may be plausible to speak specifically of Facebook addiction disorder. Experts have not been agreed totally on the issue whether addiction on internet or social media is a real thing. However, because of concerning at long duration in internet or social media, some people neglect their personal life, experience mental preoccupation, and mood modifying. Some people who use social media excessively even show tolerance and concealing the addictive behavior. The research also found that people who use social media excessively have tendencies to be more narcissistic. It's also confirmed that they show the psychological symptoms of withdrawal when they stopped using. As the conclusion, the excessive use of social media can lead addiction. 2. It triggers more sadness, less well-being. Have you ever felt like other people's life in social media is so perfect? Meanwhile, yours is very terrifying. People try to always show the best part in their life in social media and hide the worst part from people. How do we know that someone's life is perfect only assuming from their social media feed? Therefore, the use of social media may trigger more sadness and less well-being. The more social media use, the less happy we seem to be. This statement is validated with the research conducted few years ago. According to the research, Facebook use was associates to both less life satisfaction. The more people use their Facebook app in a day, the more they are less happy and less life satisfaction. The authors also write that Facebook provides an invaluable resource for fulfilling such needs by allowing people to instantly connect, rather than enhancing well-being, as frequent interactions with supportive offline social networks powerfully do. The current findings demonstrate that interacting with Facebook may predict the opposite result for young adults. It may undermine it. 3. It perceives social isolation. The excessive use of social media also will lead to social isolation. Another study found that social media use is associated to greater feelings of social isolation. The researcher looked at how much people uses 11 media apps, such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and more. The use of those apps are correlated with their perceived social isolation. Moreover, it's clear that the more they spend hours on social media, the more they perceive themselves from socialization. People don't have time for social interaction because too many time spent on phones. As we all know that social isolation is not good for us, physically and mentally. 4. Comparing our lives with others is mentally unhealthy. When seeing other people's posts in social media, either Instagram or Facebook, we see that people are really happy with their perfect love, romantic partners, cute children, well-established finances, brilliant careers, and all the other fun things in life that you don't have right now. In the end, you will compare yourself to others and become less grateful. You feel yourself are less blessed and very sad. It makes you feel sad, so you don't enjoy your own life. Finally, it makes people do social isolation. People fall into the trap of comparing themselves to others according to what they show on their feeds. Study also has concluded that it makes people feeling worse and could lead to depression. 5. It can lead to jealousy. The more we often see other people's lives that are better than ours, the easier we feel jealous. As if God only cares about and blesses their lives, while you are not given a chance to be happy. Even though what is displayed on social media is not all real. Everyone has problems, and what is displayed on social media must be only something good. Some studies show that the use of social media will trigger feeling of jealousy, and it's negative feeling that will harm your mental well-being. The authors write, this magnitude of envy incidents taking place on FB alone is astounding, providing evidence that FB offers a breeding ground for invidious feelings. Moreover, there is another study which concludes that depression and envy could be associated with the use of Facebook. 6. We get caught in the delusion of thinking it will help. We keep coming back to our social media account even after we realize that it does not make us feel good. It's an unhealthy cycle that may trigger mental health if it constantly happens. It's known as forecasting error. Just like a drug, we think that getting a drug will help, but then it only makes us feel worse. A study looked at how people feel after using Facebook and how they think they'll feel going in. Just like the other studies suggested, the participants in this one almost always felt worse after using Facebook. If compared to people engaging in other activities, people feel worse after using social media. It also could be an indication of other types of addiction. People generally believe that they would feel better after using social media, and of course will feel worse when not using it at all. 7. More friends on social doesn't mean you're more social. Today we know the term virtual friends. This type of friends are common in social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more. But virtual friends are different with the real friends in which we can interact directly. A couple of years ago, a study found that more friends on social media doesn't necessarily mean you have a better social life. Feeling like you're being social by having many friends on social media doesn't work. You need actual social interaction to help your loneliness. Loneliness is associated with many physical and mental health problems, so everyone needs real social support. The virtual friends on social media does not have the therapeutic effect as provided by the real friends. Social media has double-edged impact on our life. It is very important to connect people all around the world. Social media also allows modern people to get information fast and accurate. However, there are other side effects of social media, especially if we use it without moderation. Studies have found that taking a break from social media can boost psychological well-being. So if it's necessary to take a break, why not?